Hello everyone, welcome back to another weekly Forex analysis and review. We have a lot of pairs to watch out for. There's high expectation for next week. But before that, let's look at what we discussed last week and see how they played out. Last week we mentioned only two pairs from the 1 hour time frame, and let's see the result. So last week I mentioned CAD CHF, that I was expecting CAD CHF to come to this other block or this one for us to buy to the upside, but CAD CHF continued on a bullish move throughout the week. So price didn't pull back for any retest for us to look for buy entry. Then I also mentioned that I was expecting Euro CAD to pull back to either this zone or this one for us to sell, but it continued on a downward movement throughout the week. So those were the two pairs we looked at last week. So none of them gave us any setup or entry. It's like that sometimes. For the whole week you may not see your setup, right? So but within the week there were other setups that I was able to see or come by, like AUD JPY on the 15 minutes time frame. This happened on the 12th and 13th of September. So the Sept presented itself on the 12th, where we had this higher low that gave this impulsive move, breaking the structure and left us with a fair value gap. So my focus was on the order block resulting to this move. That is why I marked the order block, expecting that price will get to it. Then I go for a buy on AUD JPY 15 minutes time frame. This was the result. So price didn't come to the order block, rather it came to the fair value gap and rejected from the fair value gap immediately, taking out the previous high. Then I also had USD CAD. So USD CAD on the 1 hour time frame, I posted this on the Telegram group. If you are new to this channel, please do well to join our Telegram group. The link to the Telegram group is on the description of this video below. Then so I posted this on the group and I was expecting that price will get to this level when I look for buy. So this is what happened. At this lower low, we saw price giving this impulsive move, creating a change of character here. So this is what drew my attention to this setup. So I was expecting that if price get to this level, there's going to be a reaction for us to look for a buy setup. So I posted this on the group. I think when I posted this, price was somewhere here. Price has already moved into the zone. So for us to look for bullish setup for us, so that we can buy the USD CAD. So this is what happened. So price created this and gave this move that broke structure. So I was waiting for price to pull back so that I can take my entry on the lower time frame. This is what happened on the 5 minutes time frame. So on the 5 minutes time frame, this is it. So at this point, price grabbed liquidity here and push up, breaking structure at this point. So I was expecting price to get back to this order block, although I took my entry with a 15 minutes order block, but I was actually looking to buy from the 5 minutes order block. So price got to it here and immediately got rejected from that order block on the 5 minutes time frame, and currently this is where price has moved to. So this has given us a 1-to-1 already, and trade is on break even. So if when market opens by Monday, price continues up, that will be a profit for me. Then if price continue downward, then that is going to stop me out, but not in a loss. Alright, so that was that for and the USD CAD setup expectation that I posted on the group. Then I also woke up to see on the 14th this setup where price retested the fair value gap. This is just similar to the AUD JPY that I explained. right here we see this lower high that drop with this impulsive move, changing character here or taking out this low. So the expectation was for price to come back to this fair value gap or the other block. So I took a lesson from the previous one to wait for the fair value gap. Price got into the fair value gap during the Asian section, which I don't I wouldn't take the trade for this setup. I was expecting the price may come back to it so that it will go for I'll go for a sell, and this is what happened. So price came, tapped into it and dropped immediately to this level on AUD card. Right, so those were the setup I had for the week. So let's look at what we have for next week. Now, starting with the 4-hour time frame, I'm looking at Euro USD. So here you can see price has been on a downtrend, and at this point you see price drop with this impulsive move, breaking structure at this point, taking out all this low. So and we are left with another block here. My expectation is for price to get back into this other block, then I'll look for sell setups on Euro USD for our time frame. So when price get into this zone, I will drop down to maybe 1 hour, 15 minutes, 5 minutes time frame to look for my sell setup on Euro USD. So this is the only pair I'm looking and watching out for on the 4-hour time frame. Then going to the 1 hour time frame, I'm also looking at only this pair. Maybe in the course of the week we may have other setups that will come up, but I'm looking at card at AUDCHF on the 1 hour. Here you can see that price broke this high, breaking structure with an impulsive move, leaving us with this other block. So my expectation is price will break into this other block, then I look for a buy. So price has already tapped into it. I still want it to drop into this line that I drew here. This is a lower time frame order block. So if price get there, I will look for a buy setup on AUDCHF. Right, so more setup that I have. Let's look at Euro card. Euro card, you can see this impulsive move leaving us with this other block and imbalance here. So there's a fair value gap here. I'm expecting price after breaking the structure to go back, this external structure, to go back into this other block. So if price gets back to this other block, I'll look for a sell on Euro AUD. This is 1 hour time frame. Then I'll also be looking at Euro NZD. Same thing happened here. You can see that external structure broken to the downside. I'm expecting price to come back to this other block. If it did, or if it does, then I'm going to sell from this other block on Euro NZD on the 1 hour time frame. Euro USD here is also a setup for me. So there's a probability that price may come and take out these highs before dropping, or after taking out these highs continue to the up direction. But whatever it is, when price gets here, I'll look for sell setup to sell Euro USD. GBP JPY is another pair that I'll be looking at. You can see that we have a strong structure broken here, and price has pulled back close to the other block. My expectation is before price will take out this low, price will get back to this other block. If price get back to this other block, I'll look for sell on GBP JPY. Same thing I'm expecting on GBP USD. Standard structure taken out, expectation for price to get back to this zone, then we look for sell on GBP USD. Then those are the pairs I'll be watching this week. So as I've always said, you don't need to just jump into selling or buying when price gets into those zones. You have to go to a lower time frame, then look for setups or pattern for sales or buys before you take the entry. If you are new to this channel, do well to subscribe turn on the notification bell to be alerted anytime I upload a new video. I wish us all a good weekend and a profitable next week.